Well, what are your opinions of the game today?
Well, I thought the guys' effort was good. That's kind of what we've been talking about: effort, technique. What you saw now, the coaches are off the field. They're in real situations. They're playing fast. They're playing live. There was still there's plenty of mistakes in there that we have to correct, which is a good thing. You can go back and look at it and go, all right, when we practice and we're going to get into these real game situations, we need to practice like that a little bit more. And that's what I told them at halftime. We kind of talk about a cycle of a snap. You got to get the information from the sideline, look at the down and distance before you ever go out there and play the next play. And so I thought we did okay at that, but we can get better. And everybody's in agreement with it. So that's the one thing. We leave here, hey, this is what we got to keep improving on. But overall, this spring ball has been really good. These guys have worked hard. This is a fun team. They're fun to be around. Really good personalities. They work hard. You can coach them. They listen. They respond. And so just overall, I thought our spring ball was really good. And today was a pretty solid finish. Defense, I thought, played well. You saw some guys flying around, some good hits, opportunities to create turnovers. I'd like to see the offense, be a little bit more consistent. That's probably the biggest thing. There's plays there to be made, but enough mistakes in there that just on offense, one or two guys, it becomes a problem. Special teams, solid. We're kind of doing we call it warrior versus gladiator, so we're doing some teams that were independent of Boise State and the Broncos the way we had it set up, but those guys transitioned well. I saw the punt returners. Joel, after the one that veered off to the right quite a bit, got back on track. So in the wind and the conditions and all that, I thought the guys responded special teams-wise pretty well.
What did you think about Rippon's performance today?
Solid. I don't know the numbers and all that. Solid. The one thing, I always pay attention to that position quite a bit. And, you want to go out there and you want to see just, lighten it up and completion after completion. But, there's also guys doing some of the things they shouldn't be doing. We got to run the right route. We do have to catch the ball. And we haven't played in the wind. We haven't played in the rain yet. So to me, this was a great opportunity to come out here and just have another element that we have to deal with along with the crowd. But Brett overall in camp, he's led well. He's competed well. He did today. I know he wants to go out there and throw a bunch of touchdowns, but he's got to operate the offense, and he did that with the guys he had out there. So, that's a learning opportunity for him.
You mentioned the defense. A lot of newcomers back there in
Yeah.
the back seven. What did you think of that group today? I know only one official turnover, but it seemed like their hands were close to the ball a lot.
They were flying around. Yeah, that's you can talk about experience and all that. Those guys are flying around. I think Mike Young, they tried to take some shots on him, and he's got guys locked down in the boundary. Mike's the guy that's going to really help us on the defensive side. And then I think the safeties, they're filling on the run. They're playing play action. They are getting their hands on the ball. Avery Williams, I thought, played well today. He was around the ball quite a bit. Our secondary's come around. I think Coach Franklin, Coach Ambrose have done a really good job. We're still young. The experience is not there. But if those guys will keep playing like that, and you can get those corners like Horton and Mike Young playing well, that's going to help us in the back end.
What did you think of the wide receiver group today? It seemed like Jefferson had a couple opportunities.
Yeah, he was good. Those guys have all been solid. Sid's not out there. Sid Wilson not playing. He's a big key ingredient, to the wide receiver crew. But those guys have stepped up. Brian Jefferson played well, and Sean was okay today. And the other guys, A.J. Richardson, if I made some plays, a couple plays out there. But overall, that group, it's still got to elevate. We still got to play better, and we get set back, and that's going to help us. But that group knows that, and they've been, Killian's had a little bit of a hamstring. A.J. Richardson had a little bit of a hamstring. Those guys were all kind of hampered a little bit, but I did think they competed. I thought they came out here and they did make some plays. You just got to make a few more.
Who are the guys that really have caught your eye this spring? And now that we're kind of done with spring ball,
Yeah.
who are the guys you think maybe took the biggest step for you?
Leighton Vander Esch, he's just he's taking his game to another level and his leadership ability. Mike Young on the defensive side, Keikoa, I think has played really well. DeAndre Pierce, is a smart football player. We played him at nickel, we played him at corner, we played him at safety. Now we got him at field safety. I think he's really stood out. David Moa, and the defensive line in general. But David Moa has been a guy that I think has played really well. Offensive side, young guys, Ezra Cleveland, he was playing left tackle today. I think he's going to be a good player. And he's got to get some more experience, and just get in the film room and learn a little bit. And then I think Jake Constantine, yeah, he struggled a little bit today, but he's had a good spring practice, good spring ball, and I've been happy with his performance. Wide receiver-wise, Brian Jefferson getting him back. It's good to have him back. AJ, until he got hampered a little bit, was doing really well. So there's quite a few guys, but some of the newcomers, Mike Young, I've been happy with his performance and what he's able to do.
How big of an emphasis this offseason will just be on continuing to get healthy and whatnot? Because, it just feels like, the team that is going to arrive in August probably going to look different than the team that, you're at here today.
Yeah, and you got some of the new guys coming in, too. I know at the linebacker position, Joseph Inda, when he gets in here, Braden Boyd, when he gets in here, those guys are going to help out. You get the O-line back. We got some young guys, and let me say this: we got those guys that have played for us, Archie, Mason, Molchon, those guys that are out, Garrett Larson, but these young guys stepped up. I thought Dante Harrington, that was one guy. You asked me about guys that stepped up. Dante Harrington, I think, had a great spring practice. He did really well, and those guys are going to have great competition when they all come back and they're all healthy, which is good for us.
Speaking of health, we saw Jake Rowe wearing the boot when he came back.
Yeah.
How disappointing, I don't know if you have an update on him, but how disappointing, too, with finally having him back healthy?
Yeah, I think just a high ankle sprain, so he'll be okay. But, yeah, Jake's a guy that he's such a good player. We want to keep him healthy. He had that knee injury last year, so when he limps off, nobody's happy about that. But he's going to be okay. We'll get him healthy. It's frustrating for him. But the one thing about Jake is he handled it so well. I know it's disappointing, but he said, I'll be fine. And he came back out in the boot, so we'll get him going, and we'll have him healthy for the summer and then for fall camp. And he's a guy that, you guys watch him out here. He's a big part of what we want to do, and we need to keep him healthy.
Look at Avery Williams, what he was able to do this.
Yeah.
He says it brings good energy. Walk-on kid. He's out here. He doesn't have a nameplate on, but he seems to be in the right spot most of the time. And
yeah.
I know there's a lot of good stories, but are there certain stories that just as a coach, it's kind of more joyous, I guess, to watch?
Well, ever since he's got here, he's a guy that brings it every day. It means something to him, and he has made plays. So he's going to play for us. He's back there at punt returner. He's out there playing nickel for us right now, and he's a guy that we expect to be out there playing for us and playing for us early in the season. So if that continues, he's one of those guys that had an opportunity to come here and get his shot, and he's taking advantage of it.
The rules changed a little bit, but you can meet with the guys a little bit and stuff over the summer. But what are a couple things that you leave with this team that when you meet up August 1st or whenever camp starts, that you want to have happen in the next 3-4 months?
Well, yeah, we got to grow. I mean, we just have to. We got to get in there and watch film. We have to study the game. And that's one thing. I think practice, efforts there, techniques there. You start getting in real situations, just down in distance. It's 3rd and 10, and we got a corner pressed. There's some things in there. We talk about common sense. It's not common sense. It's knowing the situations. And they got to understand that, but they got to be able to do it fast, and they got to do it every single down and know when you're in that 3rd down, 4th down, 2nd down. I just think our experience right now, we lack that. We're kind of, on the defensive side, kind of playing 1st and 10 all the time. The drive starts, and we're just playing. Well, we need to be more knowledgeable about the situations. Then offensively, same thing. We had 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. We're trying to throw a deep ball, which is a really low percentage when we got an easy completion to get a 1st down. So we don't need that big play right there right away. We need a 1st down. And I just think that guys understanding situations is going to help us. They can execute, they can make plays, but that was one thing that stood out to me today. We just, in certain situations, we were not operating, as a very smart football team. And so the off season is going to be all about that. Watching tape, learning, teaching these guys, and the coaches too, getting them to understand, here's the expectations when we're in these situations. This is what you need to do. If we don't have it, all right, and here's the next step. And we're just not there yet.
What's the biggest thing you feel like you guys accomplished with spring practice?
Much better at our technique. Yeah, I think overall, just fundamentally, we're a better football team. Now we got to physically get better. We got to get faster, stronger, jump higher, and all that. But technique-wise, that was one big emphasis, and we did get better at it. but like we were just saying, just the football intelligence, the situational stuff, we're not there yet. But these guys understand stance, start, hand placement, footwork. That's been much better.
You talked about this being a fun team, and I was mentioning to Leighton, I think this, toward the end, Reisdorf had a scramble, and Leighton ran off the sideline, grabbed him a little bit.
Yeah.
But, each team's identity is different, but, what have you noticed about that with this team, and how does that help? And, teams you've been around before, how successful are those teams?
Yeah, well, when guys are having fun, it's a whole lot easier to go out there and push yourself, which you need to get better. And, it's things like that. I mean, they're really enjoying playing the game. And so when you got guys like that and you're getting them to a tough part of practice, or, guys are getting a little bit fatigued, they'll pick each other up. And you're not going to lose reps in a practice that you might if, everybody's complaining or, you don't have great energy on the team. We just have great energy. So I think our practices have been efficient. I think these guys have been fun to be around. As a coaching staff, when you go out there and guys are bouncing around, they're excited to be out there. I mean, it's just a different vibe. And we've had that before. But I just think this crew, they want to do well. They want to win. They want to be successful. They want to get better. And heck, when you got that, like in any job, that's fun just to be around that. And this is what this group is.
Was there a question or two or a position group coming into the spring that you wanted to have an answer to or have a better feeling about or feel more happy about going into the summer that maybe did happen for you or didn't happen? Or?
Yeah, no, really all of them. The wide receiver position, there's a lot, and I won't just pick one out. I think I felt that way about all of them. We have so far to go, in my opinion, in a good way. So when these guys come back on Monday and they get in the weight room and they start lifting, it all starts over. We get back into our off-season workouts. The summertime, how they're going to attack the PRPs and what we do, and then get ready for fall camp. If we'll keep this same energy and this same mentality we have going right now, we get into August, we'll be in good shape. We'll be ready to go attack fall camp and be a better football team by September 2nd. That's what I fully expect. But tons of question marks. Get our O-line back. Now where are we at? The D-line. I feel like we got depth. We got to find the right combination. Wide receiver. We got to get guys healthy, and then we get said back. Now, who are the top 3-4 guys? Tight ends, how much are we going to use them? We tried to use them today, and they did some good things, and then we had some mistakes. But if we're going to use those guys as much as we want to, they got to know everything. The back end, we feel like we're doing a good job there, but the depth still isn't there. So there's a lot of question marks. We won't quite know until we get some of these new guys here in the summertime and find out what freshmen can play, what junior college guys that are coming can play, and what that does for our depth.
We saw Reisdorf's kind of mobility there at the end of the game.
Yeah.
And is that something that fans maybe can expect in fall, of him getting in on some goal line packages?
Yeah, he can run. He can run out there. He's a little bit different than the other guys we got. So, you saw it, and if we can utilize that, we will.
Feel pretty good overall though about the spring, or do you feel like?
I do. Yeah, I do. I feel like as far as the coaching staff, the new guys we got coming in here, did a good job. I feel like our business teaching, our preparation was very good. I felt like our team responded to that. So yeah, I do. I didn't feel like there was really any major issues that we had this spring. Just a lot of little things. We're going to keep working on it, but overall, everybody's aligned as far as what we're trying to accomplish. And we can all agree and sit there. If we had a bad day, then we had a bad day. We all agree. But we're going to do something about it. Guys aren't, well, it's because of this and because of that. Everybody's doing this. If you're looking at yourself, you got to find a way to get better. And I felt everybody did that. And to me, getting a chance to kind of step back and watch that, that's what gets me excited. If everybody's into getting better, then we got a shot.
Thanks, Coach.
Good? Okay. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you being here.